Week 2 of the NFL season is here, and so are my three favorite picks. We got two spread picks, one team total on the way. Let's try to go 3-0 in this video for Sunday's NFL slate. What's going on? My name's Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's do a recap from Thursday real quick. It was a 1-2 day, an unfortunate start to week 2. Our game pick did smack. That teaser was pretty sweat-free. Our two props just did not get it done. We'll get the props dialed in. We'll have a separate video for our favorite player props and parlays. That'll be posted on Saturday, but we're going to dial those in. Let's get a 3-0 sweep in this video, and then you can check out our player props video posted on Saturday. If you are new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Drop your favorite picks in the comments. If you want to hit that like button too, we certainly would appreciate it. Let's dive into our favorite picks. Two quick notes. Number one, plenty of different sportsbook sign-up offers, all in the description down below. Check them out if you want to. It's always great to line shop. I always say that. You'll see plenty of different books have lines like +3.5 versus +4. Obviously, that can make a big difference when you're betting, so make sure you're line shopping. Sign up using our sportsbook links. And number two, you'll notice I'm in a little bit of a change of scenery. If you watched last week's NFL videos, you've been watching our MLB videos. I'm having a great time actually in Hawaii. We are filming some videos for our second channel, so if you want to go subscribe to it, we certainly would appreciate it. I should have a Hawaii video live probably by now, but either way, we'll have one either live today or later on early next week. And we are donating 10 cents for every new subscriber we get on that channel to support Maui. Obviously, the fire in Maui, devastating. We'll talk about that a little bit in those Hawaii videos, but go check that out. All details down below. But you came for some NFL picks, gave for some NFL winners, and I'm going to deliver them. And we're going to start with this team that cost us some money last week. I'm going with the Patriots, +3, -110 on BetMGM as my first pick of the week. It's on Sunday Night Football. No better time to sweat out something on Sunday night. And I really like this one. Now, like I said, last week the Patriots cost us. They owe us some money as we took them on the spread yesterday or last weekend in week 1. They were down 16-0 after giving up a pick 6, fumbling in their own red zone just to come back, give us a taste of winning a victory, just to miss the 2-point conversion at the end of the game and lose by 5 when we had +4.5. Yeah, absolute pain. They're going to get us back some coin, though, on Sunday Night Football against the Dolphins. Now, Miami obviously riding high after a big-time win on the road versus the Chargers. Tua, 466 passing yards, a ridiculous game. But the Dolphins, they did not do well on the ground in that game. They allowed 233 rushing yards, and they couldn't get off the field. 9 for 15 conversion rate on third down for the Chargers offense. Look, if you're not getting off on third down, giving up over 200 yards of rushing, yeah, more often than not, you're probably not covering a 3-point spread, and more often than not, you're probably not winning. And they got out of there, got out of jail free card in that one. But I really do think the Patriots is the better side to be on. We saw the Patriots struggle last week to really run the football, so I expect them to get back to that in this week 2 showdown. They struggled. Like I said, only 76 yards on 22 carries. Mac Jones had to throw the ball 54 times. Look, if you were to tell me Mac Jones threw the ball 54 times, I'd say, well, Patriots last week was an absolute L because they're not going to win and really cover a lot of games with Mac Jones just throwing it 54 times. It's not what the Patriots' bread and butter has been over the past, several decades with under Bill Belichick. This is a team that needs to run the football, and I think they'll be able to do that against the Dolphins team that couldn't stop the run last week. So if you want to load up on some Ramondre Stevenson or Ezekiel Elliott, perhaps go for it. But I think they'll have an easier job this weekend. This is an Eagles. But the one thing I did like was the Patriots defense played well. I mean, the Eagles really struggled, 4 for 13 on third down last week, and they only had 251 yards of total offense. We obviously just saw them have a big-time game on Thursday Night Football against the Vikings, put up 34 points in that one. But they obviously struggled against the Patriots. Now it is week 1 to week 2. They're going to be, going to figure out some kinks and kind of figure out you're going to knock off that rust. But still, it was a team that did well in the Patriots defense, and that's going to be a team. Their defense is going to have to carry them in some games, and I think they're going to have a big time show up. They're going to have to show up against a very good offense in the Dolphins. I mean, you don't throw for 466 yards and be bad on offense, but I still do think the Patriots defense will be up for the task. And then it comes down to the Patriots offense. Can they put up some points against the Dolphins defense that I'm not too high on? I certainly think so. They do have some question marks on the offense line with some injuries, but hopefully those guys are active for Sunday night. I'm not too worried about it. I think the Patriots at home, they need to cover this one. They can't afford to be going 0-2, especially to a division rival. The Patriots have a good chance at winning this one outright. At worst, hopefully they only lose by a field goal. Maybe they lose by 1 or 2 points. Or heck, if it's a tie, I don't care. Even the Patriots +3 is my first pick of the weekend. But my second pick, we're going to go to another team that we kind of faded in week 1 and got burned. Hopefully fading them in this week does not burn us, because we're going to the Detroit Lions, taking their team total under 26.5 points, -105 on DraftKings. Now, there are going to be a ton of people that are going to be betting on the Lions, whether it's betting them to win, betting on the spread, or betting them on the team total over, because looking at a team total over 26.5 looks super, super easy. You look at last year when they played the Seahawks, yeah, they scored 45 points against the Seahawks. Everyone's going to be loading up on the Lions in this one. And I think this is a lower scoring game because this is the Lions or Seahawks team that is just coming off one of the worst losses that was really in week 1. We saw the Lions take on the Seahawks, the team that lost 30-13 last week. The Seahawks And I kid you not, they were outgained 426 to 180 yards, and they gave the Rams a time of possession of nearly 40 minutes, 39 minutes, 23 seconds. Look, to let a team have the ball nearly 40 minutes of the 60 minutes, because you're not going into overtime, it's just unheard of. If you look at last year, the leader in time of possession, 33 minutes of the Commanders. Next closest was in the 31-minute, 30-second mark. Normally, teams are right close that 50-50. The fact that they give up 40 minutes of possession time to the line or to the Rams is just ridiculous. And I think this defense has to step up. And I think they will do just that. Obviously, the Lions are a great team. I'm not saying the Lions stink. They're not winning this game. They're not covering. I just think 26.5 is a tad high for a defense that needs to step up in the Seahawks. And I think they're going to flip the script and try it their best. I think they're going to run the football, trying to get the time of possession on their side in week 2. And I think we could see the Lions with a limited number of possessions. I expect Kenneth Walker to have a big day. We'll see what his props come out to be, but it wouldn't surprise me if I'm taking a Kenneth Walker prop on Sunday. But look, sure, the Lions coming off a great win, 21-20 on Thursday Night Football opening night against the Chiefs. And like I said, last year, these two teams played week 4 in Detroit. Final score 48-45. Goff threw for 4 tuds. Each team ran for 140 yards. Each team threw for 320 yards. Look, the offenses were clicking on all cylinder. The defenses had no answers. They were just trying. They were guessing, and every guess they had was completely wrong, and the offenses were just cooking. I just don't see that happen. It's NFL. Things, if you say one matchup happened one year, you're like, oh, that same thing's going to happen this year. It's not normally how football works. That's not how the NFL normally works. And we saw the Seahawks defense get better as the season went on. A very young group in their final 4 road games last year. Seahawks held their opponent below this line, surrendering 23, 21, 23, and 24 points. Heck, even scoring 24 points is a pretty good offensive game. And I think the Lions could easily score 24. I just think 27 is a tad too high. It's tough to score 27 points. If the Lions are not converting in the red zone, it's going to be really tough for them to get there. Obviously, last week scored 21, needed a pick 6 to get that done. Offense didn't look great last week. Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't really do a whole lot in the second half. David Montgomery had his yards, but wasn't very efficient towards the end of that game. And Jahmyr Gibbs will likely see more work in this one. But still, after getting bullied in week 1 by the Rams, I expect the Seahawks defense to show up and at least give themselves a better chance at winning this game. If you're going to give up 40 minutes of time of possession, you are not going to win many NFL games. I'd be curious what the record is for teams that have given up nearly 40 minutes of possession. I guarantee you it's very, very bad. But either way, I think this is a good one. Detroit Lions team total under 26.5. Lions fans, I hope you guys win so you aren't mad at me. Just stay under 26.5 points, and we'll consider it a win-win for all of us. Now, my third and final play of the day, we'll talk about 2 leans and then get on out of here, is going to be the Tennessee Titans, +3, -115 on DraftKings. Obviously, important to get the +3 as opposed to 2.5, which is on some books, because we know some NFL games are going to end with the field goal being the difference, at least with the field goal. If that's how the Titans lose, we get our money back. And I'd rather that than losing our money if you take +2.5. But look, this is the team and the Titans that cost us money as well on Sunday. We took them, actually, we faded them last week. We took Saints -3, and the Titans ended up kicking a late field goal to cover that one and lose by 1 point. But I still think this is a good spot for them to win in their first home game this year. And they're going up against the Chargers team that obviously is coming off a big loss to the Dolphins. They scored enough points. Their defense could not get it done. This is still a team that second game under new offensive coordinator and Kellen Moore. I think they expect and will face more difficulty on Sunday against the Titans defense that is much better than the Miami Dolphins, who could not stop anything last week. They just were like, yeah, we'll just outscore you. And it was able to work there. But last week, the Titans played about as bad as they could have played. I mean, look at their stats. Ryan Tannehill completed 47% of his passes, 3 interceptions. Derrick Henry didn't have a big day, 15 for 63 yards. And they even gave up Derek Carr to throw 300 passing yards. You told me all of those things combined, I would be like, heck yes, Saints is a winner. No, they still were able to cover the spread because Mike Vrabel, that's just what he does. He's able to cover spreads, and he's been really, really good as an underdog in his head coaching career. And I think the Titans defense can be in due for another good day, especially under head coach Mike Vrabel. Look at them, 23-9-1 against the spread. When the spread is +3 or higher, which will probably be on Sunday, that's exactly what we're taking. Vrabel's been great at getting his team to buy in, great at getting his team to play well in underdog spots, and great at getting his team to play well at home, especially as an underdog. I think they come out here, have a chance to win this one outright, but this is a Chargers team that I just can't trust. If they we saw it in the playoffs, they get a big lead, you can't trust them at all. They can choke that away. In fact, look at this stat. Herbert, 15, 31, and 5 against the second half spread in his career since 2005. That puts him 244th out of 248 eligible QBs in second half against the spread profitability. Look, he has just struggled against the spread as in the second half, and maybe they get up early in this one. We could see them choke away that lead. Now, Austin Eckler is potentially injured, or is injured, could be out of this game. I'm obviously recording it before the injury post comes on Friday, but either way, I'm not too worried about it. This is a Chargers defense that could not stop anything last week. 336 points, 536 total yards. You're not going to win a lot of games and cover a -3 line, giving up that many points and yards. I just think that we'll see this Titans defense lean on Derrick Henry, try to shorten this game, shorten the number of possessions each team gets, and I'm going to back the Tennessee Titans plus the 3. Think they get the win outright, but I'll take the +3 for safety. I really like the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Those are my 3 favorite picks of the day, all for 1 unit that will be tracking towards our record. 2 leans, I'll throw them up on the screen at the same time. Jaguars +3.5 and the Cardinals +5. Like Jags, I think they have a good chance of keeping that one close at home. I consider them as a teaser leg if you want to take Jags as a teaser. I don't think the Chiefs blow them out on the road. The Chiefs still have plenty of question marks on offense. Travis Kelce should be back, but don't trust many of their other receivers. And the Cardinals +5 is so disgusting, but everyone will have the Giants in money line in all of their parlays. Giants will be probably the number 1 survivor pick of the year, although despite a number 1 of this week, despite losing 40-0 last week. But I'm not at the position in week 2 to be betting the Cardinals. There'll be a team that will be heavy. The public will be heavy on the other side the whole year long, considering this team is not going to be very good. So I'll stick to my 3 picks that we talked about a second ago. Those are just 2 leans that I did look at, just not going to play them for any of my money. But let's have a 3-0 day. Let me know your favorite picks for week 2 in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like. If you want to check out our other NFL videos, they're popping up on the screen. You want to go check out our other second channel, do that as well. Let's have a great Sunday. Player props are on the way on Saturday. Let's have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.